Fruition. I just got done with my North Fresh Farm deliveries. I'm gonna throw this backpack away and then we're gonna go on to the chores for the day in the farm. So I'm really excited because these chickens are just on a laying frenzy. Honestly, it's hard to keep up with these hens. About 15 to 20 eggs we are averaging every single day. And Nala gets really excited. Everybody say hi to Nala. Hi, pretty girl. She loves helping me with the chores. Got Macalicious on the camera as always. We have 10, 20 trays right here. First thing that we're gonna do is take care of the chickens. Oh, they already know what's up. All right, you guys have probably seen this before. These are the microgreens that I just got done harvesting. Had a really good talk with my chef, and I actually made him a new mix. I made him a GSH mix, which is a garnish in a salad hybrid. And basically, if you cook food out there, if you're in the restaurant industry, I give him a microgreen mix that is broad enough so it doesn't wilt in the window, but it's also dainty enough to be used as a garnish. So it really ends up working out for both parties because it's a mutual benefit. And it's a triple mutual benefit because these chickens, they just have grown to love the taste of these microgreens so incredibly much. And it's a sustainable loop. So they eat the microgreens that I grow and they get sustenance and nutrition from it. And then they poop. They poop it right out into this square. And in the spring and the summertime, when it doesn't look like that outside, they're gonna actually have these microgreens popping up right here. It's gonna be a mini little sustainable farm. And I'm really excited because that is going to be watching exactly what I've worked hard for come right back to life. And in the Bible it says that if we are diligent with what we are given, the multiplication can occur. So 30, 60, and up to 100 times multiplication of the seeds that you sow in life. And it doesn't have to literally be seeds, but in this case, it is. So we're just getting all these trays to the chickens, getting them cleaned off, and then we're gonna go in there and raid the eggs. And they get squawking when we do that. They do not like it when we try to put our hands in their buckets. But that's what it's all about, you know, this family. We're a homesteading family. And we eat probably a dozen eggs a day on a bad day. And on a good day, we probably eat 2 dozen. I mean, shoot, Jessica likes to eat breakfast for dinner sometimes.
I do. It's the best.
I don't really understand that. I get kind of irritated when the lunch and the dinner and the breakfast get all switched around. But then again, I eat dinner for breakfast, so I'm just all backwards. I'm sure there's some people. Drop a comment down below if you guys like breakfast for dinner or dinner for breakfast. Oh, quick reflexes. I almost threw the whole tray at the chickens there. I haven't get to naming them just because I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut one of their heads off and eat them whole. I'm not afraid to say it. If you're sensitive, that's your issue. I bet you like the taste of chicken though. Hallelujah. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is just leave these trays here and grab our carton and go in there and steal their children. So welcome to the barn. It's a big, fat, beautiful barn built by Corey Butler at Butler Custom Tile. Now you can see these chickens, they actually are fluffing their feathers. One, because they're asserting dominance, but also it's a mechanism to warm themselves. So if your chickens, oh, it looks like we got to put a little bit of straw in the bucket there, Jess. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that while I steal all these eggs. Look at this, guys. We've already got 3/4 of a dozen. Look at this bucket. I just took 2 out of there. There's probably, what, 7? 7 eggs in 1 bucket. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness gracious.
Thank you, chickies.
I knew we needed another bucket. Hey, what's up, girl? She's visiting for the second time.
This is our best layer.
She's got a giant butthole.
Queen Latifah.
All right, stay in here, you little raptors. Okay, so we are gonna go put our eggs in the microgreens tray and deliver these to the wood boiler, and we're gonna heat the house now. Well, actually, Jess, you know what? First, let's take care of the goats. They look a little hungry. This is Lucy and Champ. Lucy was raised in the house like a dog. And she acted like a dog, and she still is more docile than Champ. And Nala is a German Shepherd, so Nala loves to corral these little animals. And in the Bible, you can read in Genesis and Exodus and all over in the New Testament. This is livestock, ladies and gentlemen, 2022. Champ, he's a little bit stubborn, and Lucy's a sweetheart. And they just chill. You can get milk out of these goats and companionship. And if you're in dire straits, you can bite into them. Well, we're not going to do that. We love our goats. So I'm grabbing their food here, and we're just going to rip off a flake here and shove it right into this milk crate and give them something good to eat. And then we like to spoil our goats a little bit and give them a specialty grain mix. So they really go crazy over this. And I give them a scoop in the tray, and they love this. Look at them. They're acting like dogs. They're little horned dogs. Now we're getting some wool coming out of this. What is that, girl? What you got going? What is this? We're going to have to check that out and pay some special attention. Drop something in the comments if you guys know what that is. We've never seen that on Lucy before.
I think spring's coming.
Oh, yeah! That's a good call. I hope the Christ spring's coming. It's like 7 degrees outside.
Oh, my
right
hand's basically frozen. Woo!
All right, Jess has got frozen hands. So... Ow! She just bit me right in the knee. Did you guys see that?
Well, it's better you than me.
Alrighty, guys. So this is the wood boiler, and that is a sunset, and it's beautiful. It's 7 degrees outside, so we can expect to burn anywhere from 3 or 4 wood wheelbarrows during weather like this. Now, if it's not that cold, then you can expect to burn less wheelbarrows full, of course. But I'm just going to show you guys what it's like. Now, this wood boiler is a classic insulated cast iron. And what you do is you burn wood inside of here, obviously. The smokestack is up there, obviously. And unobviously, there are water lines made out of PVC or PEX. We use PEX. And that goes into the house, and it has a boiler system that it runs to. And that facilitates everything from the hot water to the radiant heat. So this is what it looks like inside. You can see the coals are nice and good there. We're just gonna keep the coals just how they are. We're not gonna rake the coals all the way to the back. We're gonna keep the coals concentrated here. And we're just gonna lay it on. Dropped a few hot coals there. Gotta watch Nala's paw. And we've had a few cord this winter, and you can see where we're at now. And this wheelbarrow allows us to go back and forth from the wood pile. And again, another shout out to Butler Custom Tile. He's the one that built this beautiful looking woodshed. So this obviously helps a lot. It conditions the wood, weatherproofs it, and it's just a blessing. It really is. And I would strongly encourage you guys, just sign of the times, even if you are using a propane furnace or a gas furnace right now, prepare yourself to be able to burn some wood, because one thing that we all know is fire will always be free. And if it's not, there's something severely wrong. Trees grow on the ground. Here at Growing Fruition, we are all about growing. Grow, 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 grow. Wood, plants, microgreens, you name it. So boom. That looks to be about good there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this wheelbarrow. this up for the next time we have to load that sucker, which, to be honest with you, in this weather, with how much we use, I would say that burn you just saw me do would supplement for about 8 hours, 8-9 hours, which is pretty good, you know. As long as your wood boiler's not a quarter of a mile away from your house, it works out pretty good. And I think a lot more people need a little bit more hard work in their lives anyways, to be perfectly honest with you. This keeps you honest, you know, it's a good honest sweat. It's a good feeling that you get from manual labor. If you haven't tried some of it in your life, I highly encourage you to, because it'll teach you something that teachers can't teach. It's an experiential thing. There's a magic to it, if you will. All right, so that is nice and tall. The next person that fills this sucker is going to be happy. It's ready for them. And that stack is blowing good. Look at that thing. All right, hallelujah, guys. Well, this is going to be the box garden for the springtime when the snow calms down a little bit. You can see we got a cottontail rummaging around in this low, dense area of this pine. That's good to know. If we ever need to make rabbit stew, we know where to find them. 7 acres on this property. There's a horse just on yonder, and that's about it for today's episode. So thank you for joining us here at Growing Fruition and North Fresh Farm. I would encourage you guys to please leave a like, leave a comment, drop a subscribe, hit a follow, do all of the things, because we really appreciate it, and we will take you along on this journey that we're on. So from Macalicious and I, as always, growing your fruits, and God bless.